Hi, I am Shenna and my group mates will be discussing the principles of arts, specifically the contrast and movements. But first, let me ask this question. Why principles of arts are important? I believe these principles of arts are important because first and foremost, a person cannot create an artwork without knowing the elements of arts and how they will contribute to the appeal and aestheticness of the artwork. Second, it will enable us to describe what did the artist done to his or her artwork. It will also allow us to understand the concept and message of an artist in a specific artwork. So now, let's listen about these two principles of art as my three group mates will explain those.
Hello everyone. I am teacher Eureka. After learning what is principles of arts, now let's discuss what is the first principle. The first principle is the contrast. What do we mean when we say contrast? When we say contrast, it is the difference between elements of art in composition such that each element is made stronger in relation to others. So, in other words, contrast it's more than just opposites like black and white or large and small. In fact, contrast is an important design principle that should be part of every project. So why is it important? Because contrast helps organize your design and establish a hierarchy which simply shows which parts of your design are most important, and it signals the viewers to focus on those. But more than emphasizing the focal point of your design, good use of contrast as visual interest. A layout where everything is the same size, shape, or color is going to look pretty boring. But contrast spices things up. However, as with most design concepts, contrast should be applied in a balanced way. Too much contrast can be just as bad as none at all and may result in a confusing or visually jarring design. If all your design elements contrast, nothing will stand out. So contrast can be used to tell a story, to create a better composition, to create a sense of unease, to create a sense of peace, to draw attention to the focal point, to clarify what is taking place. The list is endless, but it is clear that contrast is a powerful tool. So that is the contrast that we call. So I hope that you've learned something, and let's proceed to the next principles of the art.
So now let's proceed to movement. So anyone who can give what example of movement or meaning of movement? So movement is the result of using the elements of art such that they move the viewer's eye around or within the image. So meaning to say, movement adds excitement, drama, which means even you are just looking to a specific picture or an image, you are imagining, and at the same time you can feel what an image wants you to feel. So the illusion of space through the repetition create unity in the artwork rather with eye travel. So here's one of the best examples I can give in movement in art is the Vincent van Gogh entitled The Starry Night. So here's the picture. So as you can see, so the artwork or the painting depicts the view outside his sanatorium room window at night. So although it was painted during the day, as you can see, Starry Night depicts a dreamy interpretation of the artist's asylum room sweeping the view. So the painting takes your eyes on a roller coaster around all twists and swirls. So do you understand? So that is movement.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, classmates. So before we end up our report, I'll just wrap up what my group mates have discussed earlier. So out of the 7 principles of art, they've discussed 2. So we have the contrast and the movement. So is there any clarifications or questions about our topic? So if none, so I'll just summarize it. So the contrast is the difference between the elements of art and the composition. So one element must be stronger than the other so that it will be emphasized. So the second one, we have the movement. So movement directs viewers' eye into the artwork. So artists are using movement so that they can direct their viewers within and around their artwork. So the artwork or the painting does not physically move, but it gives or suggests an illusion that it is moving. So that is how the element movement is being applied in an artwork.